With that now, then, she's been a TV icon for 3 decades and a much-loved member of our daytime family too.
But after facing some of the most challenging years of her life, Ruth Langsford has decided to put pen to paper for the very first time.
Yeah, as well as reflecting on the lessons that she's learned, she's hoping to inspire other women to bounce back and be their best selves, no matter what life throws at them. And it's lovely to have you with us, Ruth.
Nice to be here.
So, goodness me, 3 decades and this is your first book.
Yeah. Well, I've been asked lots of times to do a book, autobiographies and things, and I never thought I had much to say back then. But I'm 66 nearly, and I felt I've got a bit more to say, and I've been through some experiences, good and not so good, and I felt that maybe sharing those experiences and how they've shaped me, because I think all our experiences shape us as a person, don't they? They really do. You don't always think it at the time. It's in hindsight you look back and think, wow, I got through that and this is what I learned from it. This is what I could share with people, like you would with your friends. You know, you say, oh, well, I did this and this helped me and my friends helped me. So that's, you kind of do that in real life. So I decided to put it all in a book.
But that is one of the interesting things when you say your friends, because I've been listening to the audiobook and it really is...
Does it send you to sleep?
No, it's lovely. And it's that defining kind of moments where you say, I'm Ruth at the supermarket, I'm Ruth at the tip, I'm Ruth on the red car, I'm all of those things rolled into one. And some of it really resonated with me, especially the bit that was about your son, Jack, and going to work and you feeling that terrible kind of mum guilt.
We do. I don't know where mum guilt comes from. We just put it on ourselves, I think.
Yes.
I'm not saying dads don't have dad guilt for working as well, but I'm just talking of my own experience, that I used to feel terribly guilty and always thought Jack will think, whoever's looking after him, the nanny, whoever it was, the childminder, he's going to think that's his mum, and they don't. They don't even remember. You know, and you know what it's like, you say to them, do you remember when I used to take you and we used to look at Thomas the Tank? And he goes, no. And you think, oh, my God, I did that all the time. So I say to lots of younger women, I work, as you do here, you know, a lot of younger women who are having their first baby. It's like, honestly, don't beat yourself up about it because you're feeling it, but as long as the baby's cared for and looked after, you know, they don't remember half of it. And you have to be happy in your own skin, and if going to work as well as being a mum helps you be happy in your skin, they'll accept that. And it's good for them to see you having a work ethic, I think.
Yeah.
You know, Jack always saw me working.
I completely
And adores
agree.
you, of course, for the mum that you have been and you are. But the other thing you talk about in the book that I think is really pertinent to Jack particularly is now that the university's left home, he's gone, and the empty nesting, which is something that is much sort of more talked about now, but is a very real thing.
It is a very, very real thing, and it surprised me how strong those feelings were. I knew I'd be sad that he was going and I knew that I would miss him, but I thought, you know, I've got a full life, I love my work, I've got lots of friends, you know, I'm a busy woman. I didn't think it would affect me in the way it did, and it was literally like having half my heart ripped out. It was extraordinary. Not so much the dropping off, you know, we did that, it was COVID, he was one of the COVID uni kids, and so it was social distancing was all a bit tricky. And obviously when I left, you all had a little tear. It was afterwards, it was being at home and realising I wasn't going to see him. Like, you know, teenagers don't want to spend time with you, you know, he was always in his room out with his mates, he didn't want to be around us, but you set eyes on them every day, don't you? Yeah. Even if it's, you know, through the kitchen, I go morning and they go,
Or their shoes at the bottom of the stairs.
Tripping over. All those things actually, tripping over. I used to say, would you move these trainers? Would you pick up your blazer? All the things you shouted at him about, you miss so much. I missed seeing his trainers piled up at the bottom of the stairs. And so it was just physically not laying eyes on him once a day, just to go, oh, there he is. Yeah. He looks fine. But was very happy for him to be flying the nest and starting life, and, you know, he went away to uni and never really came home. That was him done, and he's having a great time, and I'm very proud of him. But it is, you know, I would say to mums, if you're and dads, you're facing this, it's tough. Yeah. It's tough, and you don't know how it's going to hit you.
It's where we are now, because Sam's in his 2nd year and Jack's on his year out, he's about to go travelling, he's working at his old school, and the reality of that for us is really tangible. And it's
you're proud of them for doing it, aren't you? And you wish them, you thought, well, look at them fly, but then you're like, oh, my babies.
Yeah. Talking of how you never know how it's going to hit you, there's a chapter that's about grief as well, and you're very honest in it, Ruth.
Well, grief is something we all experience.
Everybody.
At some point in our lives, and Yeah, I mean, losing my dad to Alzheimer's, that's the natural order of things. You know, my dad was in his 80s, I was going to lose him to something. Lost my sister to suicide, which was awful. And again, and my mum's now got dementia like my dad, Alzheimer's. So there's my lovely sis. That was her 60th birthday.
What a lovely picture.
Yeah, so I like to think that sharing those experiences, I do a lot for the Alzheimer's Society, and I talk about my dad a lot and how we felt as a family when we got that diagnosis, what to do with it. And also with suicide, I think it's such an awful thing to happen in a family. I just wanted people to know this is how I dealt with it.
Yes.
This is how I felt. And if it helps one person, just one, that would be great.
What I think is really important about the book, Ruth, is you're so open and honest about all these really difficult moments in your life and how you get back to feeling fabulous, so helping other people get through that, because you still look fabulous, you're feeling fabulous. It's gorgeous having you here today.
That's Mel in makeup, by the way.
She is, yes. She works really hard, Mel, doesn't she?
Hours they're in there.
I could just bash him with the...
But it's such an important message, isn't it? Despite everything that's happened, the good and the bad stuff and the good. And you talk about your heartbreak as well, of course, and your relationship, which broke down, that was such a public relationship where you all shared in it.
Listen, here I am in the studio where Eamon and I worked together for many, many years, and I'm very happy. Not everything lasts forever, you know, and the hardest thing is having it played out in the public domain, and that just goes with the territory, it goes with the job. I accept that. And again, it's more, I don't discuss, you know, our divorce or our relationship breakup. What I discuss is picking yourself up, dusting yourself off and starting all over again, as the song says. You know, it's about the same with my sister. I thought I could lie in bed and cry all day about my sister, but she wouldn't want that for me. So it's how I have used various things, friends, work, therapy. You know, I talked to a therapist. That has been really helpful because my girlfriends have been unbelievable through many things in my life. I've got a close-knit group of girlfriends. But therapy is different. You know, girlfriends are always on your side. Whatever you know, they're like, yeah, go on, yeah, boom, they let you cry. A therapist, for me, doesn't know you, looks at a situation differently and kind of guides you through different ways to deal with things and just maybe suggest things like, have you thought this? And why do you think you feel like that? And her advice always to me has been, find your light, Ruth, it's there. You know, in your darkest moments. Yeah. Just try and find that little pinprick of light and head there. Focus on that. Try and focus on that. It's not always easy. No. Sometimes you're in the depths of whatever it is and you think you'll never feel better again. You think you'll never feel happy again. But hopefully you will and you can. And that's what I'm trying to show with the book, is that you can find your happiness. Sometimes you have to create the happiness for yourself, actually.
And you also talk about just getting out of bed and putting one foot in front of another, and you're so lucky you get to come to work and do a job that you love.
With the most amazing women, you know, who've become friends and felt very supported with that group of women, you know, that when I'm having a hard time, and all of us have had hard times in different ways, is that we come into that meeting room in the morning and I feel like it's like a hug. Yeah. And sometimes we talk about things in there that never make it to air, you know, that sometimes they're quite private, but I felt lifted up by them, supported by them, not just the women on screen, but the whole team, people that you don't see, you know, all our producers and our editor, and, you know, really supporting you and allowing you to talk about things if you want to, but not forcing you if you don't or if you can't. Sometimes it's not that you don't want to. It's like my sister. It's not I don't want to, I can't. Yes. That's why I've talked about her in the book. Yes. Because I could. Yes. Take time to do it.
Yes.
And would you say that where you are now, Ruth, having completed the book and going through the process of writing it, which I'm sure was very cathartic in many ways, you are feeling more fabulous than you have done in a while?
I am certainly on that path, and again, I said it's, you know, I talk about the end of the book about what does feeling fabulous mean, and it's not about how you look all the time. That, it can be that too, but it's about things that make you feel fabulous, and they're different for all of us. And I say sometimes it could be that perfect cup of coffee in the morning. It could be seeing a robin in the garden. It could be a piece of music that makes you want to dance around the kitchen. Mine are all those things, cooking, and sometimes you just, those little moments overcome you, don't you? You have to stop sometimes and enjoy them and go, oh, I'm having a really happy moment right now.
also those moments that make you laugh. I mean, I love the fact that the roller in the front, because you did once go out.
I did go out. I wear my roller a lot because my fringe gets on my nerves when I'm doing things. When I did the audio book, she said you listen to, I had to put the roller with my fringe. Yeah. But I went to walk Maggie, and I know lots of people around where I live and all dog walkers. So I'm morning, all right, Pete, hello, yeah, oh, how's the dog? And it wasn't until I got home, I got a very shiny black front door. I went, oh no, and I'd gone out.
You left the roller in.
Left the roller in.
I did.
The whole walk. Morning. Yeah.
Oh, well, it's absolutely brilliant. Ruth's book, Feeling Fabulous, is out now.
And I'm going off. I've got to go, actually, because I've got to go and get a train. I'm going up to Chester. I'm going on my book tour now.
Oh, wow.
So if you're coming along, if you bought tickets to come and see me, I'm looking forward to meeting you all.
Fabulous.
Oh, enjoy it.
Thank you.
Have a lovely